you're gonna blow your fingers off with fireworks, you should at least know why it happened. Anthony here for D-News, and it's the 4th of July, which here in the US means we will be igniting various chemical explosive compounds in celebration of our freedom. And also because fireworks are rad. But what's actually in them, and how can we control the explosions to look like specific shapes? Well, the recipe for firecrackers has remained pretty consistent since their invention in the 7th century. It's basically just gunpowder or flash powder wrapped in paper with a fuse. Chemically, it perfectly shows off two of the main components of all fireworks, a fuel and an oxidizer. In this case, charcoal and potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate releases oxygen when heated that combines with the carbon in the charcoal. It also creates nitrogen gas. The expansion of the nitrogen and the carbon dioxide puts pressure on the container and boom. Sparklers also use potassium nitrate as an oxidizer and charcoal or sulfur as your fuel, but those get dumped into water along with sugar or starch, basically making a sort of chemical paste to put on the stick of the sparkler. Those are the binders that hold the paste together. And then the final ingredient in our explosive soup is some sort of iron or steel or magnesium dust. And those metal flakes get heated to the point of turning incandescent. That is where sparkler colors come from. That's also why your mother was deathly afraid of giving you a sparkler, because you are basically running around with hot metal shavings flying towards your tiny child eyeballs. And now the good stuff, the rockets and the aerial shells that you see in huge displays. So these contain all the stuff we've seen before and then some. The container itself is called the shell, and inside it's filled with gunpowder and these little pea-sized spheres called stars, and each star is pretty much a sparkler. Now traditionally, the shells get placed into a mortar, a tube or a pipe with gunpowder at the bottom. You light the powder, and that simultaneously lights the shell's fuse and launches it into the air. The fuse burns, hits a charge in the middle of the shell, which ignites and then hits the gunpowder. Gunpowder ignites the stars, and ooh, ah. Shells can have different compartments in them with different sorts of stars. Those are called multi-break shells, and they allow for different colors or shapes throughout the launch. So if you place shells in a specific layer in a specific shape, they will create the same shape when they ignite. And that's how you get things like cubes and smiley faces and that stuff. Oh man, I did some dumb things with fireworks as a kid. I would melt toys, I would fire bottle rockets at my friends. I'm super lucky that I have all of my digits and eyes. Were you obsessed with fireworks too? Let me know down below and subscribe for more D-News.